war, not the complaints. Swinging the sword, saving the saints. All of the years, that what you ain't. And I ain't talking about Lil Caesar. This the lamb, ain't no ham and pepperoni on this pizza. And it won't be nice to meet you when he come with that drama. No Obama, we'll bring this campaign to your mama. It rained flames out in Egypt when he came for his people. The same thing like Luke came, Mortal Kombat the sequel. Edom, get over here. My king gon' get this flawless victory. And for those Israelites that sin consistently, better read your history or you too will be that history. The secrets of iniquity are no longer a mystery. It's misery for anybody that wanna play. You still believe in Santa Claus, the Messiah gon' slay. No reindeer, his rain feel when he coming that day. Don't let your mouth write a check that your soul can't pay. Go.
Christ, he coming back, he crack the sky, he come with fire. Babylon, yeah, it gotta burn, yeah, with fire. Damn, where you read that at? It's in the Bible. I tell you what you're afraid of, a black Messiah. Christ, he coming back, he crack the sky, he come with fire. Babylon, yeah, it gotta burn, yeah, with fire. Damn, where you read that at? It's in the Bible. I tell you what you're afraid of, a black Messiah.
Christ, tipping the scales, saving the 12, bringing the power, saving our people out of this hell. Jack and Jill, you bring the pail, cause you up for sale. Auction blocks, Edomites, taking this L. This Bible prophecy, oppression for oppressors. We the teachers in the classroom, here to teach a lesson. We the prophets on the streets with a plethora of scriptures. The 12 tribes we trying to reach for Messiah bring visions. Yeah, Isaiah 14:21. For the sins of the fathers, Christ killing all his sons so they don't rise and slander God with their tongue with words smooth as butter, but it was war in their hearts. Fire breathing dragon, Christ about that action. Babylon gon' panic when the Lord begins attacking. He gon' beat them down to a fraction. Take the kingdom back, and no, we not asking.
Christ, he coming back, he crack the sky, he come with fire. Babylon, yeah, it gotta burn, yeah, with fire. Damn, where you read that at? It's in the Bible. I tell you what you're afraid of, a black Messiah. Christ, he coming back, he crack the sky, he come with fire. Babylon, yeah, it gotta burn, yeah, with fire. Damn, where you read that at? It's in the Bible. I tell you what you're afraid of, a black Messiah.
Welcome to the church today. I am Pastor Shoulder Right. And today we're gonna go over times and bringing money.
I can't get enough for this word, call me library. All you do is talk, I tell them read, I be your pallbearer. As long as my hands clean, I'ma teach, I let the laws tear. You rebuck your doctrine, can't believe I even fell for it.
Now back to my sermon before I was rudely interrupted. Shut up, man, rock God. Shut up, rock God.
See bodies dropping, no top models, no need for worries, cause God got us. See masculinity need to be shown for real, and all of you that's cross-dressing would be dressed to be killed. Apollo Creed, but I'm hitting like I'm Holyfield. You counting sheep, but you the hireling, the type to flee. This for the meat, when the battle won, they gnash their teeth. I can't believe I even fell for their hypocrisy. Like it or not, it's Kwam Yasharala. Laws attached to the brain, medulla oblongata. We are not the same over here, we walk with giants. 10 toes down where the clay is mixed with iron. I can't get enough for this word, call me library. All you do is talk, I tell them read, I be your pallbearer. As long as my hands clean, I'ma teach, I let the laws tear. You rebuck your doctrine, can't believe I even fell for it.
Now, I know some of y'all been watching these videos online and you're being influenced by these black Hebrew Israelites. How can I tell? Because the collections is coming up short.
Some people talk a lot, I just minister. In this race, you gotta last just to finish first. I'm in the big league with the top prophets, warming up in the inside like a hot pocket. They told me stop prophesying, I could not stop it. Every word I speak is fire, that's a hot topic. I'm still on like Sylvester, but I'm not Rambo. I be all up in the word, but this is not scramble. I'm still fighting for the kingdom, that's the pinnacle. Dear finish line, I'm about to run into you. They fell for the okie doke, so therefore, they said you gotta say the name. Yeah, sure.
I can't get enough for this word, call me library. All you do is talk, I tell them read, I be your pallbearer. As long as my hands clean, I'ma teach, I let the laws tear. You rebuck your doctrine, can't believe I even fell for it.
See, y'all got to realize that we are under the grace of Jesus. We are the mercy. And you might be thinking, so why do we keep the laws tight?
It's a war in the streets and a life in the image of the beast. All around the world, we protect the holy seed, while gangbangers never left the hood but dying overseas. It's IUIC, a new breed of men, the knights of the promise and the truth we defend. Rather fall in battle than the fall of Satan lies, so we follow God's laws, not the newest of trends. Yeah, still can't believe I fell for it. Now these heathens gotta take an L for it. I pray I make it into heaven, because my people, they done been through hell for it.
Yeah. Woke me up from the slumber. It get deep. Outside ceiling the instructions in my sleep. Told me, son, to make it up, you gotta eat. If you're not offended based on how we preach, yeah, I'm sticking to the milk, but it gets deep. Outside ceiling the instructions in my sleep. I can't live by bread alone, I gotta eat. I got knowledge, but sometimes I'm rude in speech. Yeah, I'm sticking to the milk, but it gets deep.
2 Peter 3:15, man, it get deep. I see all these wolves, I keep on counting sheep. Precept, 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 precept on repeat. Christ got the keys, don't keep commands, he hit delete. Hold the line, taste the cup, you can hold the vine. Take the soul, you control the mind. Willie Lynch working overtime. Crush the conscience, got it pulverized. Masculinity emulsified. Google Maps couldn't find the tribes. Now the culture gets you crucified, but we ready for war. Give us 30 days, we'll do 30 more. So teach the people what we got in store. We gon' win these, it's a 4 for 4. We ain't taking no losses, pray we carry these crosses to the finish line. Take the kingdom, eat them, give me mine. Crown the king's freedom, miss the time. Flick of the wrist, cook up just a recipe. Turn these pages, this ain't phases. Greatness, this my destiny. We bear witness, run this race, that's fitness. Ain't no rest for me. Just like Joe, every word twofold, that's cold, I'm scared to freeze.
It get deep. Outside ceiling the instructions in my sleep. Told me, son, to make it up, you gotta eat. If you're not offended based on how we preach, yeah, I'm sticking to the milk, but it gets deep. Outside ceiling the instructions in my sleep. I can't live by bread alone, I gotta eat. I got knowledge, but sometimes I'm rude in speech. Yeah, I'm sticking to the milk, but it gets deep.
Gone and crown the king, showing the finer things. We on the milk. Watch how I shine like rings. Light up the house and things. Straight out the script. Line about God, it seems. Straight out the Bible belt. We from the silk. Look for Messiah the king. Come with the clouds and pain. We about to deal. I ain't sorry about shit. Wildin' out like I'm Nick. Y'all know what it is. The prophet's back, no counterfeit. Y'all gon' have to kill us dead. Put two to the head. Regenerated at your neck. Yeah, get deep. They faces get red. It's blood in the streets. My anger get fed for the death of the sheep to get deep. Screaming Black Lives Matter, y'all just LGBT. Cut. Acronyms, we the chosen CMC. Real deep, let me show you how deep it get. Them fake Jews, they counterfeit. They stole our identity. Now they call us anti-Semitic. Damn devil, Revelation says it. The Israelites gon' let them have it. And Lord's will, I'm in the mix. All nations getting their face fixed. Hear a voice saying, come up hither. Some of y'all think this hate speech. Read the scripture, let the Bible speak.
Outside ceiling the instructions in my sleep. Told me, son, to make it up, you gotta eat. If you're not offended based on how we preach, yeah, I'm sticking to the milk, but it gets deep. Outside ceiling the instructions in my sleep. I can't live by bread alone, I gotta eat. I got knowledge, but sometimes I'm rude in speech.
Yeah. Yeah. More than a mortal man that got up on this earth. The more that I read, it come with a lot of perks. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. See, God chose me from my birth to be a prophet among men. Does anybody know where that love went? They'll stab you in the back when you hug them. Traitors they are, more cancerous than a famous cigar. Those toxic haters of ours, man, I see them all. Eased out and my vehicle stopped. I had to meditate. Can't have my miracle blocked by inferior ox with their criminal plots. The minimal dots throwing their cynical shots. Easy, said and done. Fakers go, haters come. Major work to be done. Laboring till Savior come. Y'all better know the Savior come. Feel me?
Is it really real? Or is it just pretending, y'all? Is it how you feel?
Tell me what you're living for. They just going through the motions. Stay stuck in their emotions.
Is it really real? I like this. Yeah, this good vibes like a clean house and scented candles. You don't like it, then you lying. What they did to Daniel. Sidebar, I wonder why people try people. You better open your eyes. People die, people. Playing pretend, get you slayed in your skin. Make amends before you'll make us inflame in the wind. Or send Leviathan, lions, tigers, violence, paralysis, and all kind of twists. While you got time to fix it, that there's a notion. You going through the motions like the black hair lotion. And arguing if the map is a flat square ocean. While I'm back here hoping that the blacks hearing yokes, they get that they're broken. I'm a savior. Be on your best behavior. Third trimester bars. We really about this labor. Love for my neighbor. Fire upon a traitor. Y'all alright? I'm just checking like a pay stub.
Or is it just pretending, y'all? Is it how you feel? Tell me what you're living for. They just going through the motions. Stay stuck in their emotions. Is it really real?
Hey, who really stand up when the questions get posed? Who really answering those? This truth is fabulous, I'm so into it, yo. We've been searching for the 12 like they know searching for infinity stones. Heroes who knew the Lord was sending child to be born. Is you here, are you just going through the motions? The word distracting you, or is you really being focused? Had my mind set on my people back when I wrote this. I was hoping for a chance of some freedom. My people still voting, still choke with them shackles. We wore across the ocean, still fighting the enemy, and I've been so devoted. We a voice for the voices, enforcing from God's sources. A mortician when I'm killing the sin. Old man trying to raise, I had to kill him again. Them thoughts hit my mind, I had to pick up the pen. Cause I ain't trying to play no games with the sin. And I ain't trying to die twice at the end. And I ain't trying to be amongst wicked men.
Real? Or is it just pretending, y'all? Is it how you feel? Tell me what you're living for. They just going through the motions. Stay stuck in their emotions. Is it really real? Perpetrating wanna be like us, cause we got to see them promises and all of the above. Yeah, we fell asleep, but now you see the prophets waking up. Yeah, we hit the streets, we travel the four corners of the earth, put our lives on the line. Yeah, we are about that work, that crown of righteousness. Yeah, we getting all them perks.
Applying pressure to the pedal brake. Great awakening taking place and they can't decimate it. Truth serum that can't be replicated. Get medicated, this that songs when I'm 780. We got this truth and can't keep calm. On the corner dropping bombs, can't be detonated. Jump from coast to coast like LeBron, but we never traded. Got the breath of life in my lungs, I'm resuscitated. Precepts, the only P we pushing in this heat. Hitting harder than the Desert Eagle bullet. Hit the earth with the line, let it sink and we gon' hook 'em. We had idols in our mind, heard this word and we forsook 'em. All in Memphis, no more rent, we raising up to 12. They say the truth hurts, so we labor and travail. From NYC to Houston, from LA to Riverdale. Talking truth, taking the kingdom in the gates of wicked hell. Can't fail, I ain't got my foot on the brake. Truth got my mind, I'm feeling renewed every day. Giving sight to the blind, it's something we do every day. And I don't care if what I'm saying make you feel away. Yeah, let's talk truth, let's talk about it. Let's talk truth, let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk truth, yeah. Hear what I'm saying? Let's go inside the book, let me go make it plain. There's no pressure, we can't settle for lesser. Cause we got everything that we need and we seeing no need for professor. And I just been seeing the dreamers, I know that they lie, they here to come test us.
Shalom, shalom. generation.
Community, right, yeah.
So a lot of people already know that it's pagan. A lot of people already know, you know, that it's not biblical or whatever, but our people have a cognitive dissonance. They really don't give a damn. Like,
They don't.
we ain't celebrating it for that anyway. We come together, we eat with each other, we give away stuff
the
to the
kids.
kids and stuff like that. And y'all gotta understand, we not doing this as if, you know, like we trying to belittle our people or, you know what I'm saying, make it seem like we above y'all or nothing like that. The point is that we was in y'all shoes before, right?
Right.
We was celebrating it just like y'all. But once we came into the knowledge and the understanding on what it truly means to love God, we understand that we can't participate in anything that is rooted in idolatry, right? But we've been bringing it out for years. And that's each and every holiday, American holiday that come around, we do a show. And every IUIC radio show do a show. Classes, all of that to go into the pagan origins. But we see that's not enough for our people. All right? So today we're going to attempt to show y'all the racist, not just the pagan origins,
Right.
but the racist origins. Maybe if you offended at the fact that it's about the humiliation of your people with them conquering you and enslaving you, then maybe, just maybe, that'll do it for you. Because you should be ashamed of having your children going up celebrating, embracing something that's literally, basically a trophy over them being conquered. A trophy over you losing your dominion in the earth and becoming servants.
Right.
Maybe if you knew that'll lead us to boycott this holiday and bring this American system down that's oppressing us. Because that's what it do. That's what they're really afraid of. Coming back to God and no longer investing in what they didn't put in the earth to enslave us,
Right.
to oppress us, to keep us under them, keep us in subjection. All right? So get Psalms 85 and 11. Let's open up with that.
The book of-
Psalms 85 and 11. Come on.
The book of Psalms, chapter 85 and verse 11. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven.
Right. So it say truth shall spring out of the earth. We all grew up, like I said, Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Jingle Bell.
Right.
It's something about the holiday season, the holiday spirit. Home Alone, come on TV. What's the other one? The Christmas Story with the little white kid at school. Ain't that the name of it?
I know the Grinch.
The Grinch, yup.
Is one.
The Grinch. What else?
Home Alone is one.
Yeah, I
Don't
said-
forget the
that's the first one I
Temptations.
said.
The Temptations, they got their little album
They
that the
had
black
4 of
women pull
those.
out.
But they had 4.
Well,
Jack
they,
Frost,
I
2
think-
of those.
Jack Frost, yep, that one too.
Jack Frost.
So, yeah, the
Christmas Carol.
every time the holidays come around, you got the little clay cartoons that come on ABC Family and all that. It's like there's the Charlie Brown Christmas. It's like the holiday spirit is just so comforting and cozy, and you're around your family, you excited, the gifts. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
It's a good time of the year. But when you're not spiritual and you don't understand like the grander scheme of things, it's like it's easy to get wrapped up in that, not knowing that you are participating in America's biggest sacrifice to Satan
Right.
to keep
right.
their empire going. That's what it is. I know y'all probably like, come on, man. Listen, we gonna go into because we going into the racist origins, but we still in that. We still gonna show y'all is pagan. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The lies, everything.
But
right.
it's literally, it has nothing to do with Christ, nothing to do with God. It's all centered around from Babylonian all the way to Greco-Roman mythology and idolatry.
Right.
You understand? it's literally like all the figures and everything that has nothing to do with the Bible. It all leads back to literally Satanism. Literally. So that's why Satanists celebrate their holiday.
Right.
They have an upside down cross. We're going to show it. Upside down crosses, all that, with a Christmas tree in their background, with stockings and all of that.
What?
Because this holiday, the winter solstice, all that is their opportunity. That's their biggest day to sacrifice to the devil. Sacrifice to Satan. You understand? To worship him and exalt him so he can bless the nation. That's why they put that spirit. That's the thing behind the Christmas spirit. If we get everybody on one accord in the Christmas spirit, that's the more people that can partake in this sacrifice, this worship of Nimrod.
Right.
For real.
Damn.
That's what it really is. No cap. All right, play that first reel. Play that reel. Come on, y'all. Play that reel.
Day of the year, and the pagans had something called Saturnalia, and it was a time of lawlessness because all the laws were suspended, and people, a bunch of singers who actually wandered the streets naked singing, and then they had orgies, all this business about mistletoe, pagan, Christmas trees, pagan, giving out gifts, pagan, every bit of it is pagan.
The Moors that they captured, they forced to become Christians. This is why the ones they captured, they became the slaves of the white Christians. They forced them to become Christians and became the servants or slaves of the Caucasians.
And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry.
Merry Christmas is about the conquering of the blacks, the Israelites. That's what it's about. Read it again.
And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another.
At one time the gifts was you and I. We were the gifts they gave one to another. Today is chocolate and candy and Transformer toys. They just changed it. That's all they did. But the whole celebration was about us being conquered. The proof is in Holland. Because some of us get so ignorant. No, it's about elves. It ain't about no damn elves. They changed that to keep us asleep. The whole celebration.
Winter solstice a couple days later.
All right. So it says Christmas goes back to slavery. Elves are really black slaves. I never forget when Bishop first came out with that class, the history of Christmas. And I never, ever heard that in my life.
Right.
Let alone it being recorded in the Bible as prophecy then that manifested into history. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I never had a clue that Christmas had anything to do with the Moors and being conquered and them enslaving us and exchanging us as gifts and it being. I never knew that stuff, and it blew my mind. But that history, like figures that's more prominent in the over there in Europe,
right?
Like Krampus and Swarte Pete and all of that like that's real common over there. That's the those are elves or Satan's assistants. Mm-hmm. I said Satan. Well, I was right. Satan, aka Santa's assistants, his black assistants. You understand? He has, black assistants, but those black assistants, they have sinister characteristics and things about their character, whatever they what's the word that I'm looking for?
Features.
And I'm saying in a mythical idea, like they storyline pertaining to that character is something that's dark about it, and we gonna get into that. But it's really a link back. It's all basically what they always believed in, a pagan magical witchcraft and all of that. When they enslaved us, it gave them a chance to manifest that. their mythology, and say, see, y'all are what we always believed in the fantasy world as the evil black spirits that would go and kidnap kids and stuff like that. Now, since we enslaved y'all, we're gonna make y'all those characters.
Right.
For real. We gonna tie all them. We gonna connect all them dots today. Lord's willing. All right. But before we get into the topic, before we dive into it, we gonna deal with the reality radar. All right. Now with the reality radar today, now it's a lot of stuff that been going on. Now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Tory Lanez found guilty.
Damn.
Didn't do this stuff.
The pastor. What's the pastor name?
Jamal Bryant.
No.
Not him.
No.
The one
that got
indicted.
indicted
Yeah.
in New York.
His name Bishop Lamar Whitehead.
Bishop Lamar Whitehead. There you go. Redemption. Bishop Lamar Whitehead.
The full name.
Yeah, I'll pray to the Most High.
Right.
That's his name.
Right.
You got Brittany Renner. She came out and now she regretting her body count and all of that. She's repenting. You know, she on some Kevin Samuels was right type stuff or whatever. What else? You had a lot of stuff take place this week, right?
YSL.
Yeah, there's more rats. Rats just coming at the. You know what I'm saying? Rat infestation.
Man.
In the damn courtroom. What else, man? It's been a lot of stuff going on this week. But the topic that I want to deal with, or, you know, something that happened that I want to deal with, is a death that happened in the hip-hop community. Now, it's mainly two ways that these young rappers is dying, right? They either getting killed, they getting murdered, slaughtered, or they overdosing. I put that on the screen. Come on.
Rising star Big Scar passes away at 22. Official cause of death revealed.
Right, so Big Scar, he from Memphis. You know, he been popular for about 3 years now. He signed like 2-3 years ago, like around the same. He signed with Pooh Shiesty. They cousins. All right, that's Pooh Shiesty cousin. And he passed away at 22 years old, youngin'. All right, scroll down.
The news of Big Scar's death shocked the rap community earlier this week. Now a cause of death has been revealed.
All right, scroll. And y'all went past it. Scroll up.
Yeah,
right there.
According to TMZ, Big Scar's family has revealed that he died from an overdose of prescription pills.
Right. So you like it's crazy because like when you think overdose and stuff like that, you think white people. Like you think rock stars. You know what I'm saying? Middle aged to, you know, older.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't think young black men, you know, young black dude, we think we invincible. We think we indestructible. You know what I'm saying? We young, we shoot every size gun, we smash every female, we do every concert. We just machines out here. Not knowing that now, when you in sin that you are very, very expendable. Right. Keep reading.
Big Scar's uncle told the website that the rapper had faced numerous difficult experiences in his life, including being shot and experiencing a severe car accident injury, which may have led to his reliance on a prescription medication that ultimately caused his overdose.
Right. So basically, the trauma that he faced throughout his life, you know, coming out the hood, coming out the streets, and, you know, the different experiences that he had. And also, like, surviving a gunshot wound, a lot of people, you know, because you got to get on the medicine to heal. You know. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, and it's with many different injuries, it could be a surgery, injury, whatever. And that medication that they give you once, you know, you go through with the procedure, you never able to get off of it because the way it make you feel, you know what I'm saying? bro, that stuff be happening with wisdom tooth procedures. When they give you them hydros.
Yeah, they giving you the
you know what I'm saying? You get on them hydros and you don't get off them junk. You like how they make you feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that in his case, that's what it was. He had to take pills and stuff like that after getting shot, getting in that car wreck, and he developed a dependency on them drugs. And it didn't help going through, betrayal and losing friends. And, right. he was the head, even though he was just 22, he was the head of one of the biggest gangs in Memphis, Double R.
Damn.
Rich and Ruthless. So they got all type of ops and all that. They be dying. So he losing friends back to back. People turning their back, doing this, doing that. Like the last post that he made a post about people stealing from him, and you know what I'm saying, all that. So, all of that trauma mixed in with the stuff he was going through. Because when you 22 and you young and you rich, and it's a lot of stuff happening around you. You're not accustomed. You're not prepared for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you coming out the street and all you used to is smoking and thugging and all of that, what you gonna do when you got 6 figures in your bank account? Pocket full of money every day. You traveling, you going all over the world. This is all new to you. You don't know how to handle it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you was in the hood and something happened or whatever, you what they call it, you duck off for a few days at the crib.
Right.
You don't come outside. But now you're a public figure. You know what I'm saying? You got contracts, you got meetings you got to be at, you got this, you got that, you got pressure, the fans want this. You know what I'm saying? People constantly calling you, asking for this, asking for favors, asking for money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a lot. So with that, the brother OD. The brother OD. All right, read that last paragraph. Alexander Wood.
I can't say that word. Okay. Born Alexander Wood, Big Scar was signed to Gucci Mane's 1017 record labels and was known for his hit project, Big Grim Reaper, and collaborations with label mates Pooh Shiesty and Fugiano, I guess that's it. He was also set to join fellow Memphis native Key Glock on his upcoming Glaucoma tour.
All right. So you got to think. Hey. Big Grim Reaper, Key Glock.
Hey, we was talking about the names last week with these rapper names. Hey, this is crazy.
Yeah. All right, go to the video to show this alive that it went viral from him. Just like basically, people should have known that he was going too far with the drugs based off of this. And when he posted it, it was just comedy. You know what I'm saying? People was laughing, not knowing it. It's really a cry for help. All right, play that.
Y'all gotta unmute it though, y'all.
Unmute.
Right with
it's
the pause
right
button.
Beside the pause button.
In New York, with big fuck right. You let Deanna get out of my money. What's up? Instagram. Right with my Instagram block.
All right, so in hindsight, it's sad.
Hey, that's some scary stuff.
Yeah,
right
it's
there,
sad.
Man.
What y'all don't realize is when you see stuff like that, you thinking like, he just high, he just throw, he just drowsy. Nah, there's spirits on him.
That spirit, straight spirit.
When you put that stuff in your body, it's literally you know what I'm saying? You summoning spirits to enter into you, and that's not him. That's not Alexander Woods. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's not who his mama know, who his teachers knew growing up. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no. That's the spirits that come with drugs, them evil spirits within him. You know what I'm saying? Acting. You know, zombifying the brother. Get that real quick in what's that? Luke 8.
Man, it's like
about Mary.
We was watching his life being stripped from him right there in that video.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Luke 8 and 2.
The book of Luke, chapter 8 and verse 2. And certain women which had been healed of evil spirits and infirmities, Mary called Magdalene, out of whom went 7 devils.
So right here it lists several sisters that Christ cast the evil spirits out of. Mary Magdalene in particular, she had 7 evil spirits inside of her. But you got to think, this ain't, Christ did this on a regular. Him and the disciples, they went casting out evil spirits. These wasn't people walking around like, you know what I'm saying? They was regular black folks.
Right.
You know, regular as in what we've been accustomed to know as regular.
Right.
Like the average sister you'll see at the gas station at a hair store. You know what I'm saying? That was Mary Magdalene. She had 7 spirits, 7 evil spirits inside of her that the Lord had to cast out. So, she wasn't popping no Percocets.
Right.
She had no fentanyl in her system. She wasn't smoking marijuana.
Crack wasn't introduced then.
Yeah, she wasn't on crack. So you can only imagine how many evil spirits these brothers and sisters got on them when they take this variety. They take a combination of drugs.
And it's chemicals.
Yeah.
It ain't like something that was grown out in the yard.
Exactly.
Like normal weed, which is ridiculous.
Right.
But you add chemicals that the white man introduced in your... This thing mess up your whole body structure. You know what I'm saying?
Whole body structure.
Whole body structure.
Most of the stuff that our brothers be getting on the streets, it don't even be prescribed.
Yeah, they call
fake.
it synthetics. That's that what's that what is it called?
You was right, synthetic.
Yeah, synthetics. That's synthetic.
Yeah,
he have them flipping around and stuff.
Yeah, so he was taking prescribed and unprescribed drugs.
Damn.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They was all just mingled together in his system. And like I said, like we know scientifically it's, detrimental to chemicals and all of that stuff. It's bad for your insides. But spiritually, like I said, the brother had devils, demons. That's what the drugs do. You know what I'm saying? And he one of the many rappers in the past couple of years that had overdosed. This year you had Lil Keed, you had Juice WRLD, Fredo Santana, he overdosed off the lean. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of rappers that, like I said, the main causes of death is either they getting killed or they overdosing. It's real. This is a real thing because that's their coping mechanism. And it should wake this young generation up to the fact that their life is not all it's cracked up to be. Of course, and that's just like with the average person. It's your social media is your highlight reel. Like you not posting yourself struggling, stressed out, hurting. You know what I'm saying? You posting the best of you. So when they get money and all that, like you see all them change, you think like, damn, young nigga from the hood got $100,000 worth of jewelry. You know what I'm saying? He eating whatever he want. He off all the drugs. And, you know what I'm saying? He living that life. Not knowing that behind closed doors, he got the same problems that you got as a regular hood nigga, you done multiplied it times 10. You know what I'm saying? Because you got all type of money. You got all type of access to so many different people and different things.
Exactly.
So you got all type of people in your ear. All type of people turning their back, feeling like they entitled to this and to that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of drama mixed with a lot of trauma that these young men have to deal with. And they go to drugs as a coping mechanism. But that can never heal us. Get that in Wisdom of Solomon 16. What you
I was gonna say, it's heavy you saying that because you introducing people that's covetous and all type of spirits around you. So now the spirits you got plus the spirits they got cleaving to each other, That's some dang. It's a setup.
It's toxic.
It's toxic.
It's toxic,
Right.
bro. That I'm telling you, the lifespan of rappers in this generation is very, very short. This young man was 22.
Right.
I ain't even know he was that young, cause I knew who he was. Like I said, he the leader of one of the biggest gangs in Memphis.
Damn.
And that been for a couple years and running. This brother just became legally able to drink last year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So read what you got.
The Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, verse 12.
Come on.
For it was neither herb,
Neither what?
neither herb,
Neither herb. Come on.
nor mollifying plaster
Uh-huh.
that restored them to health.
That restored them to health. But what was it?
But thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things.
Right. So, you know, listen, when we say the word, we not talking about the Sunday school, you know what I'm saying? Your grandma dragging you to church and you learned about the Noah and the flood, and you know what I'm saying? You learned these little Bible stories and the coloring books with the white folks and all that. No. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about the word, we not talking about Christianity. We not talking about the Christian church, to sow your seed and this show seed.
Right. Your seed, yeah.
Because I know that what y'all thinking, like, in y'all mind, man, I done tried that, man. Ain't, man, I need you know what I'm saying? Like, we know. What we saying is, once you come back to who you are, once you understand your true identity, you Israelite according to the Bible. You God chosen people. God ordained you to be a prophet among the nations. You know what I'm saying? You way more special than what you've been taught. And once you tap into your true identity and you start to get the true understanding of the Bible and what this stuff really mean, and the prophecies showing the promises that pertain to you and your people, if you just do what God require you, your mind change. You move different.
Right.
You understand? Mm-hmm. And you start to see the real solutions to the spiritual issues within our community, like the trauma and the drama. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How to cope and overcome. It's not drugs. That is,
Exactly.
if that was the solution, then you wouldn't have to take so many to the point where you end up hospitalized or dying. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like our young men, they hooked. When they wake up, that's the first thing that they do. And they itching for it. The modern day junkie, they on them perks.
They sleep to it and wake up to it.
Yeah, and you know, I keep it 1,000. Before I came into the truth, like right before I came into the truth, I took Percocets for my one and only time in my life. But that was the most unpleasant drug I ever dealt with ever. And I'm being transparent, you know what I'm saying? I done did, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never done no white girl or no crack or nothing extreme over the top. But I tried different pills and started drunk lean, all that. And Percocets was the worst drug ever. And that's what these young dudes hooked on. I took them. I was with Isaiah. We went to the Future concert. Future came to Little Rock. It was literally like a couple weeks before we came to the truth. We went to a Future concert. And we was in the hood before we went. And I had took some Percocets for the first time. And it's like the Percocets is like a roller coaster. It's not like how you drowsy and down like weed. And it's not how you hype and turned up like X. Yeah. It's like a weird little, you don't know what the hell going on. Like I'm in the concert literally. If he remember, he can attest to it. I literally like went in the back and like sat down on the floor. Literally, like in the you know, everybody's standing up or whatever. Like I walked in the back behind everybody, and I had to sit down on the ground. Damn. I had to sit down, like, bro, I don't feel right. Like, I don't like this. Damn. For real. Like, it was not a pleasant experience at all. Mm-hmm. At all. Percocets is the worst, but that's what all these young dudes on. And guess what they mixing in fentanyl. which is killing us. It's killing us.
That's crazy. And meanwhile, Future don't do drugs.
Right.
He don't do none of that.
Right.
He said, I don't do it. I sing my song. But let me get a scripture
sober.
real quick.
Go ahead.
Hey, go to Sirach 38 and read verse 9. Sirach 38 and 9. So it's important. Yeah, we talk about these. At the end of the day, we have to lean to the Lord. Because it's stuff out there. It's medicines that can heal us, but we got to trust that the Lord is going to allow that to work in our bodies. Because like we saying, these chemicals that they put in it, it's not really meant for us. But the Most High said, okay, I'm going to let it work. We got to understand that. But watch this. Read that.
The book of Sirach, chapter 38 and verse 8, verse 9.
Verse 9, yep.
My son, in thy sickness be not negligent.
We can't be negligent in the sickness. The ailments that plagues our bodies, we gotta treat it, right? But watch this, it's important, read.
But pray unto the Lord, and he will make thee whole.
But a lot of time we lean just to the physician. We don't go to the Lord.
Right.
We don't go to the ultimate power that's in all our reality. We don't go to that, to God. We just go to the physician. We go to the guy in the hood that provide the weed for us to ease our mind. We can't do that. We got to go to the Lord. But watch this, read.
Verse 10. Leave off from sin.
This is important. As we're going to the Lord, we have to cast these things off. Sin. That's what's plaguing us. That's what's allowing us to die. That's why we're not living. That's why we ain't getting the blessings. That's why we getting shot down in the streets. That's why we in captivity. We have to leave off sin. Read.
And order thy hands aright.
And order our hands aright. Come on.
And cleanse thy heart from all wickedness.
That's the plague that's on us. Our mind is wicked as hell. We have to cleanse our mind from wickedness. And then look, when you got ailments, if you repented and came to the Lord, guess what? He said, okay, I'm going to heal you from that. You sick, I'm going to heal you. These are the blessings we want, but we follow it the wrong way. All praises.
Hey, jump down to verse 15.
Verse 15. He that sinneth before his maker, let him fall into the hand of the physician.
So, you know what I'm saying? Dealing with the brother Big Score, I don't know if he ever heard the truth or not. Like whether he disregarded it or, whatever the case may be. I don't know. But it's sad to see our brothers lose their life and stuff like that. So I ain't trying to throw shade on a brother, nothing like that, because, you know what I'm saying, for him to have the image and the big Grim Reaper and all of that and the content that was in his lyrics and stuff like that, when you look at his interviews and when he talked, he really was like a positive young dude. Like, he wasn't trying to be overly tough. A lot of dudes be getting an interview and be weird, like, I want to talk.
Right.
Like he was like you could tell he was down to earth, just kind of like the Sister Glorilla, like a regular, somebody you regular went to school with and know, like, in real life.
Right.
He was a regular little young dude, you know what I'm saying? But the scripture said when you sin, you fall into the hand of the physician. The Lord, because of this young man lifestyle, the brother got in a bad car wreck. That's how he got the name Big Scar. He left a permanent scar on his face, right? And then he got shot. You know what I'm saying? Right. He had it was probably more instances than that. But them two main instances, the Lord made him fall into the hands of the physician. Like, look at what you're doing. Look at where it's leading you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You in these near-death situations back to back. Hey, I'm trying to tell you something. You know what I'm saying? But he stayed in that lifestyle. It's the snares, like you read in 1 Timothy 6, about the snares that come with that lifestyle, the snares, the traps, the evil lust. When you get wrapped up in that, it's a dark hole. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, ain't no more physician. You gone. You gone. You know what I'm saying? You gone. Real quick, get Chronicles, 1 Chronicles 16 about the.
Hey, all praises. Yeah.
Seek to the physicians.
Hey, this is for the youth out there, man. Y'all gotta recognize this.
This is 2 Chronicles 16. Yeah, 2 Chronicles 16 and 12.
The book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 16 and verse 12. And Asa, in the 39th year of his reign, was diseased in his feet until his disease was exceeding great. Yet in his disease he sought not to the Lord.
So Big Squad, he didn't have a disease per se. Or we don't know, But it wasn't a matter of him having an illness per se and why he was taking these drugs. His disease, like we talked about, was more so trauma, experiences he went through, and just the present life, the stuff he was dealing with, right? But in that, he didn't seek to the Lord, but to what?
But to the physician.
But to the drugs that was prescribed to him. Like his family said, it was prescription drugs. You know what I'm saying? Drugs that he got developed a dependency for after getting them surgery, getting, the gunshot, the car wreck, and all of that.
Exactly right.
And a mixture of the drugs from the world, the weed, the perks, all of that. It was a mixture. That's what he went to cope and to deal with his issues, and not to the Lord. And let's see what the end result was for Asa in the scriptures. Go ahead.
And Asa slept with his fathers and died in the 41st year of his reign.
So when the Lord is not your main source of healing, then it's nothing them drugs can do. It's nothing that medicine can do for you. You will die. You will die not only on the medicine, but from the medicine.
Right.
You understand? For real. So, like I said, y'all, when we come on here, we not here to belittle our people or make it seem like, y'all out here celebrating Christmas, y'all stupid. Y'all out here taking drugs and rapping. What the hell? Like, no, we come from this life. We done done it. We done the Christmas trees. We done the Christmas gifts. We done the Percocets. Yeah, at least I have. You know what I'm saying? One time. And never again. That shit was whack. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? We done done this stuff. We done done this stuff, and we trying to get our people to understand it's more to life. It's actually eternal life in store for us if we come back to the Bible. I know I know the Bible got a bad rep amongst our people. Oh, it's the white man book.
They just paper, bro.
Yeah, my grandpa taught me the Bible, but I seen them cheat on each other. And man, the church, man, I'm telling you, bro, as much as black people take up for the black church, people really blame the black church.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? For them not wanting to apply God's commandments. It's sad. It's sickening. You know what I'm saying? Understand this. Let's talk truth. This is not a black church thing. This is not Christianity. We showing our people, listen, you the chosen seed. It is what it is. You gotta accept that. And once you do, and you come back to God, you humble yourself and come into subjection to God's commandments, your problem's gonna be solved. You gonna learn how to cope with your issues. You gonna come amongst a family of believers and people that hold you accountable and exhort you and correct you and console you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yes,
we
sir.
push each other and all of that to make sure we get the promises that God laid up for us and not fall into these foolish and hurtful lusts that obviously end up in death. For real, a lot of these young dudes looked up to him and wanted to be like him, but he dead at 22. Go ahead.
Elves, it's heavy what you're saying, because what it's proven is the things that we use in the world, or our brothers and sisters in the world today, they're using to cope, is only making things worse. For example, a lot of our people, they lose a cousin or a brother or a friend due to gun violence. They feel like, oh, well, to get my peace, I got to go take it back out on them. I got to go up the score. But that doesn't bring peace to you, because they just going to come back and shoot at y'all again. And it's a never-ending cycle. Same thing with the drugs. Oh, you depressed, so you go take these drugs, which are actually depressants, is going to make it worse. Right. And then it'll wear off. You're going to just need more. That's showing you that the Bible, the Word of God, and the Spirit of the Lord is the only thing that can put an end to the trauma and the drama that's going on in our lives.
Right. So you just sparked some in my mind, because it was something else that happened this past week too. But basically, we get wrapped up in these things that to appease us that really only make matters worse, right? Like for example, the sliding on the ops and stuff like that. Like you killed one of my people, I come, kill yours off GP. Well, that means if y'all about it and if y'all about it and we about it, that means that we all gonna die. You know what I'm saying? You slide, I slide, we slide. Ain't stop until one of us die. Well, when one of us die, then one of my homeboys gonna make sure you die. Y'all gonna die. Right? But you had something that happened this week. You got the dude NBA young boy y'all know. You know he's a vessel of Satan as of right now. It is what it is.
Right.
But you got NBA young boy and some more rappers from Baton Rouge that it's well known. Like them rappers is known for, they have gained fame off the fact that they beef with him. You know what I'm saying? Him and his clique as far as in the streets. Like blood has been shed on both sides, right? However, like they apparently hashed it out as far as them as individuals. Like the NBA young boy, Fredo Bang and TG Commas, the respective leaders of their cliques, they have talked or whatever and said, nah, we good, we gonna come together and all that for the city. And they did a wicked ass, Christmas drive or whatever. But it's good to see our young men finally coming to their senses like, yeah, your people killed my people and my people killed your people and all that. Like, we probably ain't gonna never be tight, you know what I'm saying? But if this war just keep going on, we gonna die. Like all the families that we feeding, what they gonna do? Like we done got rich, we got money and stuff like that. If we investing in this war against each other and then we gonna die off, like what's gonna happen to our kids?
What's the point of?
You know what I'm saying? Like this is stupid. We just gonna have to get past it.
Right.
And when you look at the grand scheme of things, like every war in the world, like America done shed blood with every nation on earth. And eventually you got to come to you got to wave a white flag. Like, hey, all right, look, all right, we done now. You know what I'm saying? We take that L or we take that W, whatever. Listen, we got to get past. Life goes on. We got to operate as a country. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's good to see young men coming to their senses in terms of, like, look, we just go ahead and get past it. Listen, it's bigger than us at this point. However, you got the people in they clique, and then the people on the internet. Oh no, hell, man, that's a whole ass here. Quoting a King Von. What did he say? He said, "Damn, it's another rap lyric. It's like beef ain't never squashed, should just die down sometimes." People throwing that out there. And King Von said, it said, he said, we ain't something till we die, real street nigga, or something like that. Basically, he said, we into it till we die, real street nigga. Basically, if you're a real street nigga, you ain't never squashing no beef. You gonna be into it with the person you into it with till we die. That's what real street niggas do.
That's dumb.
That's exactly what the white man want for us.
Right.
We really wholeheartedly believe in that and stand on that. We into it till we die. Real street nigga. And guess what? He dead. He dead. Real street nigga died before the age of 30. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So, again, like also, Johnny, you just hit a point with that. Like, we think we get satisfaction out of killing each other and all that, not knowing that you're only satisfying the enemy. That's what he want to see. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's what's going to stop us from ever taking the kingdom. If we can't multiply, we can't coexist. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, we got to learn how to overcome these things and get over these grudges, this hatred within our community.
Right.
Yeah, the self, you know what I'm saying, depression and stuff. Like, we gotta overcome. And the only way to do that, believe it or not, because obviously it ain't the drugs, it ain't no damn therapist. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Listen, it's the word of God.
That's right.
the same spirit, because the word of God is the spirit. The same spirit that Christ and the disciples had when they was casting the demons out of people and healing them and making them from being lifelong handicaps to rise on their feet and all that. That same spirit is in this book. To activate that spirit, you got to keep God's commandments. When you keep God's commandments, you activate that spirit that got the same healing power that Christ had. They got the same healing power. It's able to restore you spiritually.
Right.
To where you don't got to depend on all of these things that the enemy created. It's a temporary satisfaction that ultimately makes it worse and leads to your death, your demise. All right? So, I ain't expect to be that long on that topic, but it's just something that really hits home considering this generation and the youth and the people they look up to. Like, y'all see what's constantly happening. It's every week they either dying by the gun or they dying to the drugs. Man, listen, we got to leave the drugs alone, leave the guns alone, and come back to the word of God. You come in this, listen, ain't nobody more gangster than us. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. We literally go anywhere, any hood, we pull up.
Right.
Every damn day. We in the streets every day. Not sparing no feelings.
Right.
You understand? Correcting our people, rebuking our people, uplifting our people, gathering and unifying our people, restoring our people. You understand? What the enemy don't want, what they oppose to, what they say is hate, we doing it in their face every day. We showing our people what's been hidden from them every day for hundreds of years. We out here, standing on our boots on the ground, military, and you better not run up. But it ain't about that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the point is that you can channel that what you got going on in the streets, the aggression and the, you know what I'm saying? You want to be about that life and all that. You can channel that in righteousness for the Most High God. Come in this truth, learn these scriptures, man. You be a mighty man of valor, a warrior in the spirit. And guess what? When the Lord come back, you know what I'm saying? You can, when he get that word, you can go out there and slaughter gang. Catch you 21,000 bodies. You know what I'm saying? Of the real enemy. When the Lord get a word. That's in the Bible.
Right.
Go ahead, Elves.
I was gonna say that's power in itself. Like our people, they rather get clout off of gang wars, banging over streets. But the word of God got turned regular men. Some brothers was regular, some everybody different lifestyles. But the real prophets are now looking these OGs in their face, saying like, "Hey, bro, you better than that. We better than that. We can change this. We can fix this." But the pastor's not doing that. Their parents aren't doing that. The teacher's not doing that. The rapper's not doing that. But here we are. We looking at them right there saying, bro, come on, stop. Put the drugs down. Stop destroying your people.
The pastors now, they trying to sell weed in the congregation to get them to come.
They trying to compromise and trim their ways for the people.
Damn.
So all praise to the Most High. Look, y'all, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back from the quick break, we're going to get into the topic, man, the racist origins of Christmas. All right? So make sure y'all share, hit that like button, comment, you know what I'm saying, and call in. When we come back, man, we want some phone calls, man. 833-878-7234, extension 7. Again, that's 833-878-7234, extension 7. Call in, let us know how you feeling on the topic. You can speak on Big Scar, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk truth. All right? So don't go nowhere. We'll be right back with more on
Let's Talk Truth.
Where'd all these different faiths come from? Well, there are a lot of man-made religions out there. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit after the tradition of man. What man? the white man.
In Europe, at the time of the Renaissance, they stopped whitewashing all the dark images in Spain, in Portugal, in Russia, and all these places. And archaeology.
Brothers been tripping for too long, so I've been walking face up through the mud with my boots on. And I'll be damned if I do wrong. I just hate when the news on. Cause all I'm seeing is depression and oppression all up in their face. And they wanna give up on a day by day. Just know the Lord, He is making a way. So if you keep in the faith, hold your head high, it's gonna be okay. And I don't even feel no more. My people getting killed, it's getting really real. And they don't wanna live on, no. It's cause of the sin, why we always gotta die on the block. Why sisters always gotta cry on the block. And mama feel the pain when I walk, how I walk. And she hates how I talk, why you talk like that?
My two sides. See the block is getting too hot. Time's running low, need a new watch. They fell for the do-out. That thing. I really wish you knew that you have been through all these extreme things. I'm trying to figure out what happened to you and me things. Trying to figure out what happened to unity, man. I'm flipping on the news and hear the blues when I see things. I see hatred all around. Fathers and mothers with a frown. My brother in a puddle on the ground. Like what the hell we gon' do now? When everything is going south, remember who you are, pick up your car. My people feel no more. Feel no pain when they kill no more. And I don't even feel no more. My people getting killed, it's getting really real. And they don't wanna live on, no. It's cause of the sin, why we always gotta die on the block. Why sisters always gotta cry on the block. And mama feel the pain when I walk, how I walk. And she hates how I talk, why you talk like that?
Welcome back to Let's Talk Truth. Man, I hope y'all ain't go nowhere, man. I always see about 10, 15 people drop off during commercial break. Right. That ain't for you to get off. That's for you to go get up, use the bathroom real quick. Refreshments. Go pour you a bowl of cereal or something. Right. Don't get off. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got on the topic like that yet. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure you call in.
I'll pray to the Most High. So what we talking about today is the racist origins of Christmas. All right? The racist origins of Christmas. All right, let's get that first piece of content real quick. That article. So remember the first clip that we showed the reel, right? We had the white man, the so-called white man, talking about how everything associated with Christmas as we know it is pagan. The tree is pagan. The giving of gifts is pagan.
Right.
What do you say?
Is that the tree?
The mistletoe is pagan.
Yep.
Right? And then the bishop, he went into how it goes back to slavery. How it's actually dealing with how we was the gifts when they overcame and conquered us. And that symbolism is found with Satan in the evil elves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we going to get into that. Before we get into that, let's get that call on the line real quick. The call on the line. Huh? Hey,
Hello?
Shalom, caller. What's your name? Where you from?
Hello?
Shalom, caller. What's your name? Where you from?
I can barely hear.
Can you hear us
Shalom?
now? Can you hear us now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. What's your name? Where you from, sis?
Efrat. I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn. Yo.
Yo, Tim.
What up?
Shalom, sis. What's your comment?
Huh?
Go ahead and talk your truth, sis.
Oh, I was listening, and I really have to commend you brothers because when I'm from the hood, and it's a crazy, 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 crazy place. And our people need a lot of help. And I also come from that background of Christianity. Ain't no pastors going to help our people. They're just not going to help our people. So I am very grateful and thankful. And I pray that God give y'all the strength, protection, financial resources, and everything you need to keep your boots on the ground. I want to talk about today. I think today is Christmas, right?
Say that last part. You said
Hello?
what? What was the last part you said?
Oh, I pray that the Lord give y'all everything y'all need, the protection, the strength, the financial resources, the peace to keep y'all boots on the ground and delivering the truth to our people. I wanted to talk about Christmas. I know y'all was talking about a very important matter in regards to our people and how we take drugs. Like in my neighborhood alone, so many people have died from weed laced with different opioids and different chemicals, and they thought they would just get smoking a regular whatever they call it, a blunt or a marijuana cigarette, and they got hold to something that took their life. It's just shameful, and it's just so sad that a lot of our people over this last year have died in my neighborhood from bad drugs alone.
Right.
Hey, this what you gotta think, right? At the end of the day, we not the ones in a laboratory concocting these all these words we can't even pronounce. Zemo, haloconochromysophenine, and you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, we know who really putting this stuff in our community, right? The problem is black nigga opportunists. They get a hold of these drugs and they see that they highly addictive, and they use it as a come up. You know what I'm saying? To hustle and get money for their people. People don't know, like the so-called street hustler that's trying to get $1 or whatever. I'm just trying to get it how I live. That's the actual sellout. You understand? That's what that's the biggest sellout in America. The nigga on the block that's selling crack, selling chemicals to destroy their people, they aunties, they nephews, they cousins, some of them they mama, they daddy.
Right.
They selling these drugs that's literally killing their own people, blood relatives and all.
Right.
For a quick dollar.
Hey.
That's the biggest sellout in America.
Right. To add to that sellout, because think about it. The white man knows. We've been to the little spot. We didn't talk right there in front of them, and they sell drugs in front of us, and the police do nothing. That's how you know they real sellouts, because the police ain't doing nothing. They giving it to them to sell it. That's crazy.
Hey, get that in Sirach chapter 10, verse 9. Dealing with the neighborhood drug dealer. But yeah, you right, sis, man. A lot of these young dudes, these young boys out here, these young boys out here, they taking it. They don't even know what the hell they taking. You know what I'm saying? They just whatever they can get their hands on, and they got word that it gets you high, make you do this and make you do that. They willing to take it, and it's perpetuated in our culture through the rappers that the white man signed and what they put on these airwaves, like Kodak Black. You know what I'm saying? One of his biggest hit songs, Super Gremlin, he said, I knew the perk was fake, but I still ate it because I'm a gremlin. You gotta think he a rich rapper. He don't gotta take no fake drugs at all. But he acknowledged, I knew the perk was fake. I knew it had the fentanyl in it. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was synthetic. Damn. But I still took it because I'm a gremlin. Basically insinuating if you a real gremlin, if you really like that, you can handle fake drugs. You know what I'm saying? You can handle that.
Because you're not you're a damn creature. Yeah.
Everybody was calling themselves gremlins out there.
Right.
I'm
Exactly.
a gremlin.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's suicide. I read that.
The book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 9.
Come on.
Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man.
Right. And that's drug dealers and rappers alike. Right? Because they see what they can make money off of. The drug dealers, they can make money off destroying their people with the physical form of the drug. And the rappers, they see they're rapping about these things, even though they might have never even touched it in their life. They see they're rapping about these things and rapping about getting high off these things. They get their cut check from the white man. That's covetousness. You willing to perpetuate something that is proven fact is only destructive to your community. But when you covetous, man, run me that check, right? Read on.
For such an one setteth his own soul to sell.
Such a person like that to sell their soul for crumbs. Read.
Because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels.
And that's what a lot of these rappers do to get they breakout. You know what I'm saying? To get their radio #1, they bend over and spread them cheeks. But it's also going into our people casting away their bowels of compassion. Right? If you compassionate for your people and you don't want to see, you tired of seeing, the zombies walking around in your neighborhood, these children growing up without their mamas and daddies, going into the foster care system because they parents' lives been devoted to a crack rock, you should have the compassion. Like, yeah, that's a way I can get money, but it's not worth it.
Right.
I'm losing my soul in the process. I'm killing my people in the process. You know what I'm saying? When you covetous, you cast away them bowels of compassion. You don't give a damn. You understand? So, just going into what you were saying, sis, if it wasn't for the covetous black Negro on the block that's trying to capitalize off the opportunity to get money from furthering and pushing these drugs out there, it wouldn't be an issue in our community. But the white man know that we covetous, we poor, so we willing to get these drugs that they create and facilitate it throughout our community to destroy us and keep us in ruins.
Hey, sis, real quick.
I believe you said that it was made in a laboratory, and you got to know, if you don't know anything, you have to know that the Europeans have their hands stuck in this. They are the ones that manufactured these drugs and put them in our neighborhoods, just like they did with the sodas to try. I don't know if you know about these cheap 50-cent sodas that they used to sell in the hood. I forgot the name of them.
Not familiar, sis.
Oh, it was just a cheap soda, and then we later found out that they had something put in it to keep our children, to make our children sterile.
Damn.
Here in New York, it's called Tropical. It was called Tropical Fantasy. Damn. A little cheap 50-cent soda that all the children enjoyed drinking, that was bright and colorful and filled with sugar, and it was also filled with something to sterilize them. So I feel like what you're saying is true, because it's not the same way it was when I was growing up back in the 70s. It has chemicals in it that are taking our people out of here in mass numbers.
Right. You're right, sis. Hey, all praises. Appreciate your insight, sis. We got to go ahead and keep moving, but definitely thank you for calling in. Hey, all praises.
Blessings. Shalom.
Hey, shalom, shalom. A lot of heat coming out right there.
All praises.
All praises. I know it's brick cold in New York. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So, all praise to the Most High. Let's get to the topic. Pull it up. Why are elves associated with Christmas? Pull it up. Come on. Scroll down.
Why are elves associated with Christmas? The Christmas elf has become a popular part of the holiday tradition. How did this occur? And what brought elves to the Christmas limelight? Like many other holiday traditions, a mixture of cultures brought about the holiday tradition of elves. They began in the traditions of multiple cultures, such as in Old English and Scandinavian mythology. One of the dark races of the Norse mythology, the elves were seen as mysterious creatures apart from humanity.
Stop. So in Norse mythology, one of the dark races in that mythology were the elves. And they were seen as mysterious creatures apart from humanity. Where in the hell you think their mythology was based off?
Damn.
Keep reading, though. Keep reading.
The English and Germans saw elves as pranksters, causers of nightmares, causers of nightmares and disease. However, other views of them would include being of great beauty, mystery, and power.
In other words, they mystical figures. They could be either evil or they could be, magical, fairy-like. Go ahead.
Today, elves exist in several forms around the world. On one end, there are the darker and scarier sorts.
The what?
Darker and scarier sorts.
So you're going to see basically with the evil elves, right? A characteristic that's going to always be attached to the evil elves is that they are dark.
What?
Meaning dark in complexion. Go ahead.
Such as the German creature Krampus, who punished the wicked children.
Punish the wicked children. You got to think, that's a part of the culture of Christmas.
Right.
You understand? That is not biblical.
Right.
The Lord never made no little evil, little weird, creepy Christmas character to go and punish wicked children. The Lord said, hey, the she-bears. You know what I'm saying? Lord said the she-bears on there. Hey. Lord ain't use no damn Krampus.
Man.
That's some Esau mythology, witchcraft stuff, man.
Hey,
go ahead.
I'm going to say it's very important that we're bringing this out because on this side of the world, you don't know who the hell Krampus is.
Right.
We didn't, until we came into the truth just a few years ago, we learned Krampus.
You hear Krampus, you think Stumpy yard.
Right. Right. You ready to, get busy. But this is how you know we're in that big bubble called the Great USA, the American Dream.
Babylon.
It's all a dream, so you don't see reality on the outside of the soil here. And what we got to do is bring it to the forefront. All praises.
Go ahead. On the other end.
On the other end, there are also the fun and whimsical ones, like the Iceland Yule Lads or Zwarte Piet of the Netherlands.
Right. So the fun and whimsical ones, right? The Icelandic, I think, ain't that what North Pole at? Well, I don't know, maybe not. But the Icelandic ones, that myth comes from a butchered Adam and Eve story. It's wickedness. Basically, Eve wanted to hide her children from God, allegedly, right? When God came, she wanted to hide her children from God. So God said, what man wants to hide from God, God will hide from man. So he made children into these damn things. I'm telling you, bro, it's some wickedness. But read that again, like the what?
Like the Icelandic Yule Lads or Zwarte Piet.
Who?
Zwarte Piet of the Netherlands.
Zwarte Piet. Who is that?
Right.
Who is Zwarte Piet? A fun and whimsical one.
Right.
Okay,
So the
we'll
clowns.
see. So you got Krampus, you got Zwarte Piet. Come on.
Some of these are considered elves, and others different type of assistants, but Santa's helpers exist in every form and land, helping make the Christmas season fun.
All right, go to the go to the next thing.
Sound just slaves.
Sounds sadistic. We're gonna prove that it is though. Wicked ass.
Elves.
Go ahead.
Elves are humanoid beings which originate from Germanic mythology and English folklore.
Right. So elves come from Germanic mythology. They fantasy creatures. Go ahead.
They are commonly depicted in one of two different forms. Small nature spirits affiliated with the fairies. These are the kind usually found in Celtic mythology.
Didn't God say not to deal with wizards and all that in Deuteronomy 18? But that's what elves are. Some of them is basically identified as wizards or fairies. Come on.
A different race of humanoids who are human-sized and occasionally interact with humans. These are the kind usually found in Germanic mythology.
Scroll down.
It's like the Lord of the Rings and stuff like that.
So it's something very interesting in this though. All right, scroll down. Hold on. Slow down a little bit. Scroll back up just a little bit. Okay, scroll down. Scroll down. All right. Scroll down. No. I want that first paragraph. In the English mythology. Read that.
In English mythology, elves were first thought of as ambivalent, beautiful beings with magical powers, and frequently made appearances in ballads of English and Scottish origin, as well as folktales.
Right, so beautiful beings with magical powers. Again, going into the wizardry. All right, go ahead.
Many involve trips to Elfamy in Elfland, a mystical realm, which is sometimes an eerie and unpleasant place.
That don't sound like it's a godly a godly realm right there. All right. Sound a little demonic to me. Scroll down though. Scroll down. So that's now read your harmful elves.
Harmful elves. Although elves could be considered to be beautiful and potentially helpful beings in some sections of English-speaking society throughout this history, later Old English folklore also attests to alignments of elves with demons.
Alignments of elves with what?
Demons.
With what?
Demons.
Demons. Come on.
And more sinister behavior.
Such as what?
Such as harming or killing humans and livestock.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This sounds like the damn gremlins. The elves is the gremlins.
What?
Demons that kill humans and livestock. Now watch this. Scroll down. So basically, what I showed y'all so far is dealing with the just acknowledging the fact that they magical, mystical. It's going into wizardry and witchcraft and stuff like that. It's something that the people of God ain't supposed to be dealing with. But that's what we deal with in this Christmas season. All right. Well, read this. This the interesting right here. All right. Matter of fact, scroll down a little bit. Men could be.
Men could be elevated to the rank of elves after death.
What? Wait a minute. Come on.
Such as King Olaf Gerstad Elf. The Smith hero Valandur is identified as ruler of elves in the poem Valandarkvida, who is the son of a king of the Fenar.
Come on.
They are Arctic people respected for their shamanic magic, most likely the Sami.
Read.
In Norse mythology, two kinds of distinctions between elves exist.
Uh-oh.
The light elves and the dark elves.
Wait a minute. So you telling me it's apartheid amongst the elves? The elves is segregated?
Damn.
Wait a minute. Come on.
Snorri in the Prose Edda states that light elves live in Alfheim.
A goodly place. That's where the light elves live. Come on.
While dark elves dwell underground.
Wait a minute. So the dark elves dwell underground. Come on.
And are connected to Vergar, or dark dwarves.
Dark dwarves. All right, watch this. Keep reading.
Light elves in Norse paganism.
Scroll down a little bit, y'all. We on light elves. Come on.
Light elves were beautiful creatures and were considered to be guardian angels. The Vanir god Freyr was the ruler of Alfheimer, the home of light elves. In terms of hierarchy, light elves were minor gods of nature and fertility. They could help or hinder humans with their knowledge of magical powers. They also often delivered an inspiration in art or music.
So the light elves were the angels, right? They had knowledge of magical powers. Right? They were the good ones for the most part. Go ahead.
Dark elves, been the obscure counterpart of the light elves. The dark elves, sometimes called black elves.
Called what?
Damn.
Black elves.
Called what?
Black elves.
Black elves like Crumpets and Swarte Pete. Come on.
Resided in Swarfheimer. The dark elves hated the sun and its light because if they were touched or exposed to it, they would immediately turn to stone. They used to annoy and threaten humans.
They do what?
They used to annoy and threaten humans to the point that nightmares were thought to be produced by the dark elves.
Ain't that the picture they try to paint of us?
Right.
For real. That's where we fit in the narrative. Go ahead, though.
Let me see. These dark elves were called mare. A mare would sit on the sleeping person's chest and whisper bad dreams to haunt the person.
Y'all, I heard this folktale before. Like when
Monkey on your back.
no, like something sitting on your chest, a demon sitting on your chest. Y'all ain't never heard that
y'all
before.
heard that? Sleep paralysis.
Yeah, it's when you can't move, when you awake but you still
Right,
sleep.
right.
They say that's a demon sitting on your chest.
Damn.
And guess what it is? A black elf.
Damn.
A black elf sitting on your damn chest.
A nigga.
Right.
Nigga, get off my chest.
For real. They probably used that to kill some of the slaves. They woke up from a bad dream. You damn nigger, you. For real.
And they went and got the fat one. The fat nigga that was in there.
Right.
You was shitting on me.
Finish that out.
These elves could also hunt animals, especially horses.
All right, so now let's go to Swarte Pete.
That nigga on that 9.
So you see, basically, in the mythology of elves, mind you, all this is pagan mythology, mysticism. Right. This has nothing to do with God, right? But, however, it's associated with Christmas, which our people also celebrate, right? So what we showing y'all is, and what we have grown to adapt to and admire about Christmas, you know, the elves and all that. Oh, the elves, they see if you're naughty or nice and all of that. Within that is rooted is racism.
Oh,
all
yeah.
right? So let's read about Swarte Pete. That was mentioned in the first article that we read. He's one of the black elves or the dark elves.
He was the funny one.
Yeah.
The fun one.
What did it say?
He said fun and
something amiable
else.
or something
Yeah.
like that. I read it.
Zwarte Piet, Dutch, also known in English by the translated name Black Pete.
What?
Black Pete.
Black Pete. Black Pete, come on.
Is the companion of Saint Nicholas.
Or Sinterklaas.
Or Sinterklaas.
Come
West
on.
Frisian. Sinterklaas, okay. In the folklore of the Low Countries, the earliest known illustration of the character comes from an 1850 book by Amsterdam schoolteacher Jan Schenkman, in which he was depicted as a black Moor from Spain.
As a what?
Black Moor from Spain.
As a what?
Black Moor from Spain.
So again, what I'm showing y'all is what they believed in their fantasy world, right? The good elves were the white ones, and the evil ones were black. When they conquered the Moors, they manifested their fantasies, you know what I'm saying, with the slaves, with the Moors that they enslaved. I'm finna watch. Keep reading. Scroll down. Go to the history.
Hey, you gotta scroll back up though. We gotta look at this face.
That's a white man.
This a white man
in black
with black face.
Yep.
Damn.
Scroll down. History. Read that.
I'm from the top.
Yeah.
Origins. The Dutch writer Arnold Jan Scheer has researched European traditions involving Sinterklaas and his assistants. He has published several books about the origin of these traditions and claims the origin of ones with black skin dates back to 1100 BC or 1100 BC. In Northern Europe, when pagan shamans put on animal skins and painted their faces black with soot to portray mythical creatures of the underworld. According to Jan, these rituals evolved differently across Europe. It eventually led to the development of characters including Krampus, Schmutzli, and Net Ruprecht.
And it's what they peep. Come on.
According to Helen Adeline Gerber and other historians, the origin of Santa Claus and his helpers have been linked by some to the wild hunt of Odin,
which is an idol.
Right.
Odin is the other nation's lowercase g god or idol. Come on.
While riding the white horse, Sleipnir, he flew through the air as the leader of the wild hunt. He was always accompanied by two black ravens, Hugin and Moonin.
Come on.
These helpers would listen, just like Zwarte Piet, at the chimneys of the homes they visited to tell Odin about the good and bad behavior of the mortals below.
Come on. Look, hold on, look at that. Come on now, that's not cause you know one of the narratives is, oh, it's not we're not saying it's a black man, he got dirty from crawling down the chimney. Well, if he got dirty from crawling down the chimney, why the hell is his white clothing, his white garment,
his white
still
beard,
intact?
all of that.
The only thing that got black was his damn skin. Stop, cut it out. It's clear what the hell going on there. All right, that's a slave. But scroll down.
Interesting.
Come on.
The St. Nicholas tradition contains a number of elements that are not ecclesiastical in origin.
And not biblical. Come on.
In medieval iconography, St. Nicholas is sometimes presented as taming a chained demon who may or may not be black.
Wait a minute. In medieval iconography, St. Nick is presented as taming a black demon.
Damn.
What is that? What is that meant to symbolize? The Renaissance era.
Right.
When they conquered us in Europe. They tamed the black demons. For real, that's what Christmas is about. I'm telling you, it's a trophy, it's a celebration. Keep reading though.
However, no hint of a companion, demon, servant, or any other human or human-like fixed companion to the saint is found in visual and textual sources from the Netherlands from the 16th until the 19th century. According to a long-standing theory,
Roll up. Come on.
Zwarte Piet and his equivalents in Germanic Europe were originally presented as one or more enslaved demons forced to assist their captors.
Forced to what?
Assist their captors.
So Zwarte Piet was in what? Captivity.
Right.
He was a captive of Santa Claus. That's what the elves represent.
Wow.
Right.
Zwarte Piet was a captive of Santa Claus. What? Watch this.
These chained and fire-scorched demons may have been redeveloped as black-skinned humans.
May have been what?
Redeveloped as black-skinned humans.
Come on.
During the 19th century in the Netherlands. In the likeness of Moors.
Watch this.
Who work as servants to St. Nicholas.
Wait a damn minute.
Oh my, oh my.
So what is they saying? The fire-scorched demons in a mythology was redeveloped in the form of when they conquered the Moors. Y'all niggas is the black damn demons.
Right.
That we have tamed and chained and enslaved. And y'all now work for us. Y'all my servants now. That's what the elves, they see who naughty and nice and all of that. Yeah, because the white man enslaved their ass. They in slavery doing that.
Right.
That's their job in captivity. For real. It's the history of us ruling Europe for 1,000 years and them overthrowing us, conquering us, and enslaving us.
Mm-hmm.
And being a servants. That's what the elves is. The black ones. All right? So, now you can get off of that now. I'm telling y'all, go to that TikTok.
Yes, for you Moors out there. Y'all was nigga slaves. You Moorish brothers.
Go to that TikTok. Play that. Zwarte Piet. Come on.
you're gonna bring that shit up for me right now. This is what they do. This is what they do in Amsterdam. Now they do it. Sinterklaas is an old school, like Santa Claus when he has like a Pope hat. Sinterklaas, Zwarte Pieter means black Peter. So he has these helpers that go through the chimney and then they get soot on their face and they're supposed to have like dirty faces. Of course, some of these racist white folks can't wait to just put black face. They put pink lips and afros and walk in front of black children and parade this shit. You know what they call black people in Amsterdam when they want to insult them? Fuck you, Zwarte Pieter. I mean, but I also praise the white Dutch's people that are protesting it and trying to, and the police are whooping their ass, like beating them up, peaceful protesting. Hey, could you not wear blackface and getting beat up for that? Really? We want to keep wearing blackface. When I bring up Zwarte,
right? So you can bring that up. Bring that up.
Yeah. So like what officer bringing out in the brother on there about Zwarte Pete. It's really it's layers of mockery to it, because they saying, oh, it just means black Pete. It means, because it's still, the word black means evil, right? But what does the word Zwarte really mean? And now in modern Christianity, they may try to say it means steward, but it actually comes from the name Stuart, or Swarte. And every translation from languages, it changes a little bit. But archaically, Zwarte is really the word steward. And I'm going to read the definition of steward real quick. It means stewards, relating to Scottish royal house, to which belonged to the rulers of Scotland from 1371 to 1603, and of Great Britain from 1603 to 1649. So what it's telling you is from the 1300s up until the 1600s, the name stewards meant it meant royalty or nobility. Right. That's what the word steward means, of noble family, noble lineage. So when they took us into slavery from Spain to Portugal and so on and so forth, the Netherlands, they called us, oh, this is supposed to be Zwarte, this is supposed to be the noble people. Well, they are slaves now. They are black elves now. So that's why they call it Zwarte Piet, because they know that those black Moors were the original royalty in that land, in the Eastern world.
Including King James.
Exactly.
The one that authorized the translation of the Bible.
Exactly.
Right? Okay, all praise to the Most High. So look, now go to Revelation 11. Like I said, Bishop brought it out in the history of Christmas class some years back. Completely blew my mind. Patient Saints Radio this morning, they dealt with it as well. They went in on the topic. They touched on a lot of the same things we're touching on, and they brought this out. So, but we just want to make sure our listeners on the real underground know that the Bible prophesied it to come. The Lord showed this to John the Revelator, and it came to pass in the form of what we know now as Christmas. When you go on the other side of the world, when you go to Europe, it's more clear. Like you said, we in a bubble. Right. Here, all we know is the little elves, Santa helpers or whatever, not knowing that it's a much darker history as it pertains to the elves, all right? And also just the gifts in general. We'll read Revelation chapter 11, and let's start at verse 4.
The book of Revelation.
Start at verse 3.
The book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 3. And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth. These are the 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks standing before the God of the earth.
So these 2 olive trees and 2 candlesticks, the precepts in Zechariah and all that, and in Jeremiah to explain what that's going into. But it's talking about the 2 kingdoms. All right, the 2 kingdoms, meaning Southern Kingdom, which is so-called blacks in America, the Caribbeans, and then Haiti. All right, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And then the kingdom of Ephraim, the northern kingdom, which consists of the Indians, the Hispanics, so on and so forth, right? These 2 witnesses was on 2 different sides of the earth for a time, right after the conquering after 70 AD, when Rome went and invaded Jerusalem and destroyed the temple and whatnot. And then in 193 AD, Septimius Severus, a black man, overthrew Rome, right, which led into this prophecy. At that point in time, you had the Northern Kingdom already on this side of the world in America ruling. You understand? They had dominion over this land. And then you had Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, the people that we know today as black Negroes. We was ruling Europe. When we overthrew Rome, we went on to rule Europe for over 1,000 years.
Right.
All right, read on.
Verse 5.
Come on.
And if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth, and devoureth their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed.
In other words, the Lord had it, and that's how he do with all kingdoms. When he established a kingdom or rulership, it's nothing that you can do to stop it. All right? It's a spirit, it's something in the spiritual realm that makes it to where no military can overthrow them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It's their time appointed to have their rulership. Right? That's why the Moors ruled for the time in which they did. It was of the Lord. All right, come on.
Verse 6. These have power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the
Jump down
days.
to verse 7.
Verse 7.
Uh-huh.
And when they shall have finished their testimony.
When they finish that 1,000-year reign, go ahead.
The beast that ascendeth out of the bottomless pit.
The beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit is talking about the white caveman that ascended out of the Caucasus Mountain. You understand?
Right.
That's what that's talking about. Ecclesiastes 3:18 show you when the Bible talking about beast, it's talking about man. Right. This beast is the red dragon, which is talking about Genesis 25:25 Esau, that was born red and hairy, which is the progenitor of the so-called white race. All right? We was ruling as the Moors. And then the white man came out the caves, musty and hairy as hell. Come on.
Shall make war against them. And shall overcome them and kill them.
What was that? The Renaissance era, the rebirth of the white man being in power from the time of Rome. When they got overthrown, they arose back up a little bit over 1,000 years later, and there you have the Renaissance era, the Spanish Inquisition and all of that. All of that came as a fulfillment of what we just read. All right, read on.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
That's where we ended up, America. But watch this, though. Jump down to verse 10. This is how they celebrate their victory over the Moors, right? Over both kingdoms, over the Northern Kingdom over here and over the Moors that was ruling Europe. That those the black Scottish kings, like Officer Jonah was just bringing out. This is how they celebrate it. Come on.
And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them.
They rejoice over us. Read.
And make merry.
What they do?
Make merry.
What they do?
Make merry.
Make merry. Merry Christmas.
Right.
I'm Santa Claus. They make merry. This is how they celebrate their victory of overthrowing us, of conquering us, overcoming us and killing us. This is how they celebrate. Come on.
And shall send gifts one to another.
And guess who the gifts was? We was the gifts.
Right.
We was the gifts. They
this
sent
is-
gifts. This the nations they consulted together, and they was confederate in this whole operation of overthrowing us. And when they did, they established a holiday to commemorate it. That linked back to everything. They get their power from Satan. You understand? So they got ancient rituals and traditions like Saturnalia and other pagan traditions and customs in which they sacrificed to the devil and all of that to get power. So again, this event, this holiday, links back to all these pagan holidays because they use it to commemorate. They basically joined in the fact that they got this victory over us with their pagan rituals and customs dealing with the winter solstice, right? It's all to worship Satan and to thank Satan for empowering them to enslave us. That's what it's all about. Read on.
Because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth.
Right, because when we was in power, we was kicking their ass.
Right.
You understand? So they rejoice over us in the form of Christmas, and they mock us with the sword they peep and crumpets as evil demon slave elves. All right. So you can drop that. Get the next thing. This is what the brother was going into. He dealt with it basically in 2020, dealing with George Floyd. The people started protesting in the Netherlands to stop it, and the police was beating the hell out the protesters. They was peacefully protesting, and the police was beating their ass. This was 2 years ago. 2 years later, this just from the other day. Guess what? They back. Play that. Yep.
A Dutch Christmas float arrives in the city of The Hague as part of pre-Christmas festivities. Sinterklaas, based on St. Nicholas, is controversially accompanied by the character Black Pete, who is played by volunteers in blackface. In 2020, after anti-racist protests in the aftermath of the killing of George Floyd in the US, the local municipality distanced itself from the practice of using blackface for the festival.
Hey,
oh no, that was it.
I wanted to say something. What that Anti-Defamation League at?
Oh, they don't give a damn.
Help us out. They supposed to be helping us. And it's crazy right
Yeah,
here.
2 years ago, basically. Now they back. Now it's nothing that you can do to stop their custom.
We back.
Right. We gonna put the blackface on with the curly out, and that's the thing. That's how you know it's not no. You gotta be naive as hell. No, it's just 'cause I went down the chimney and put a suit on their face. So damn, their hair became curly and kinky, like
Everything
Negro hair.
changed.
Right.
Became a whole nother person.
With red big lips?
Right.
Come on now.
Come on now, dog. Get the hell out of here. They mocking us. They mocking our people. And that's the origins of Christmas as we know it. All right? Put up that
And this is how you know
image.
they got a perpetual hatred because they kids do it too.
Yep.
They stand on the
Yeah.
sideline. Oh, yeah, ha, ha, laughing at them, painting their faces.
Yeah, over
They
there,
hate
they be
us.
like, if you swore they peep.
Right.
All right? Pull up that image. It's another evil black elf. Well, we already mentioned them, but come on.
Y'all have it? All right, while we
Hey,
wait,
make
then.
sure y'all call in, man.
Yeah.
833-878-7234, extension 7. We only had one caller today. One caller.
Especially you from Europe. Y'all from the East. Y'all from over there, man. Y'all see the real.
Yeah, let us know.
Split the nations. All right. Krampus was the evil helper of Santa who accompanied him to punish the bad children in Europe. All right. Look at Krampus. What is that? It's a demon. That's a devil.
Damn.
And he's black.
Damn.
Meanwhile, Santa Claus kidnapping kids. Right?
Right. What the hell is this?
You got a whole baby.
The
in his
real
arm.
demon right there. All right. All right, go to the next link.
Hey, let me get a scripture real quick. Colossians 2:8.
All right, get the pull up that ancient origins real quick. Gotta run through this.
Yeah, let's
real
run through this
quick.
then.
All right. Well, now we can skip that because it's just going into more how to basically the elves they kidnap kids, they kill kids, and all of that. Just a whole bunch of evil wickedness, and they attributed it to niggas.
Mm-hmm.
All right, play that little TikTok real quick. Come on.
America is so racist that they used Christmas time and Disney movies to perpetuate the myth that black folks enjoyed themselves during Christmas time on the plantation. First off, let's set the record straight. Enslavers weren't nicer on Christmas. For enslaved black folks, it would serve as a time for liberation or trauma. Because of how lax some plantations were around Christmas, folks like Henry Bibb used it to escape. But on the flip side, you had paranoid enslavers who would kill black folks, torture them, enforce stricter laws, or present them as Christmas gifts.
Do what?
5 years after the Civil War in 1870, Christmas becomes a federal holiday during the Reconstruction period. During this time, you see a rise in selling Christmas items and also the lost cause myth, which perpetuates that the Civil War was about states' rights. So the South added the lost cause myth to Christmas stories they created. One of them about Uncle Remus was so popular that Disney made it into a movie.
All right, you get off of that. So he made a couple of points in there, right? But he bagged up what we brought out in Revelation 11 about us being the gifts during their merry time, their merry celebration of being in rulership. That's what Christmas is really about for them. And they done tricked you and duped you into celebrating it through the love, you know, the Uncle Remus and all that. Over time, they won the hearts of niggas over to celebrate it because we knew when we was in slavery, it was a time of doom. Right. You know what I'm saying? The slave master get paranoid and get the tweaking and tripping and hanging us and torturing us. Or they gonna be merry and all that and get drunk and have a good time, and we gonna get the hell out the plant. It was never a merry time for us on the plantation.
Right.
Understand that, but in 1870, that's when it became a federal law. Get that in Wisdom of Solomon 14:16. We almost through.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 16. Thus, in process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law. Engraven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings.
Right, so that's what you saw dealing with Christmas. Right. So look, y'all, we got to shut it down. We had some more stuff we wanted to deal with and touch on, but we want everybody to go and tune in to Israel United in Christ, IUIC in the classroom. We got the deacons live. The bishops and the deacons live right now. So y'all go tune in. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment, and all of that, and go tune in to the leadership. With that, we say shalom.
Shalom.